She needs as much ballistic skill as she possibly can milk. Tech use is taken logic then. We have J for that, but taken demolition is for sister. C knows. They're combating about that. Let's do Medica then. Weapon skill. Strength maybe, even. Yeah. So stats on her 60-60. She has quite high agility. Couldn't go weapon skill. We can go ballistic skill. How's the ballistic skill? 60-60. Toughness, agility. Could go agility. Xenos lore, she's high on that. Keep on going on the Xenos. He is 60-50. We'll go ballistic skill then. He needs a better pistol though. Are we going bolter on this guy? I think we are. Or plasma. But is the bolter better? We do plasma. Alright, Henriks, you need a new pistol. And we got plasmas for you. 9-13, 15-19. We don't have anyone better, right? 15-19. They are the better choice. Whoa, put that there. Just because he can use it. And we'll do the plasma pistol in his hands. He's still better in close combat, but we don't got anybody else dealing with that, so we went melt down the tech guy, so we can do. No, she can't. No, we'll give her a plasma maybe. Give him more. That's good. It is good. Alright. Where are they here? Now we can save the planet. This is good.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Whoa, what happened here? Sharp pain pierces your head, and the light dims in your eyes. You smell smoke and burning. You feel a wave of nausea. Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the metal floor. In the same moment, the manufactorum surrounding you disappears in a whirlwind of mist and ash. Mist, ash, and the grey shadows. Struggling against the elements, you can barely raise your head to look. Your eyes sting and burn, but through the tears, you see it. A colossal silhouette rising above you. The roaring tempest is unable to shake the mighty figure. Awareness. Try to get a better look at the figure. Uralon the Cruel. Awareness test succeed. You squint and wipe away the tears, and for the moment your vision clears. Before you stands a mighty giant clad in dark power armor, lavishly adored with bas reliefs of snarling demonic silhouettes and punctured with layer scrolls. Two bracers are mounted behind his shoulders, burning with unnatural blue flames and emitting thick black smoke that curls and twists upward like a funnel. Behind the giant, you catch a brief glimpse of a crumbled figure bound in chains. The warrior's inhuman eyes bore into you. I am the master of those who have been felled by your hand in the halls of the primordial truth. I am Uralon the Cruel. The souls of my followers return to the fount of power they served, crying out for me to cast my gaze towards this sacrilege. And what do I see? Yet another lackey of the corpse emperor. The giant's voice causes the storm raging around you to die down somewhat, as if the very sound of his voice is enough to make the whirlwind subside. You glance at the huge warrior and notice on his chest a winding azure symbol. The shades of blue seems to glimmer and mingle together. Where are we, and where have you taken me? I am the sovereign of Kiavagama. This is my world, not a dominion of chaos. Oh, clinging to illusion will do you no good. The rituals have already been performed. The mortals are already singing the litanies of the The mortals are already singing the litany. They are singing the things of the primordial truth. Or decorating the sacrificial altars with their flesh. Kiavagama, as you call it, is already saturated in the nectar of the truth. A fate that awaits all worlds that would stand in our way. What do you want with me? I want to look upon the one who has disturbed my flock's duties and my master's plans. That warrior from my legion, the fabricator censor, you think their death as a triumph. However, It is but a minor hindrance in our path. There are other worlds that serve our goals. There are other sources of plasteel and adamantine. Revel in your victory. It will change nothing. Nevertheless, the blood in your veins whisper to the spirits that you warrant a closer look. Yes, you are the descendant of the rogue trader whose warrant Conrad Vogtvir sought to obtain. By defiling the relic and binding it to himself with the tethers of the Empyrean, he was meant to become my servant. A rogue trader who would do the work of the truth. But then you interfered. Could it be that you wish to gain the true God's favor instead? Do you wish to present the corpse's relic to me? And serve the truths? Hear your very blood calling, begging you to submit to me. What would be the point of futile defiance? The heretical path. Turning to chaos, eh? Iconoclast follower, you waste your time in trying to tempt me. It is not blood that defines a person's deeds, only their will does. And my will is thus, be gone from my mind. Let's try the willpower one. Rise to your feet. I failed. You strain every muscle in your body but cannot move an inch. The dark will presses down upon your shoulders, forbidding you from even straightening your back. Okay, we go Iconoclast here. You waste your time trying to tempt me. It is not blood that defines a person's deeds. Only their will does. And my will is thus, be gone from my mind. His expression twists in pain as he stares at you in rage and bafflement. Pitiful insect, you dare. A gust of wind sweeps Erland's figure away without a trace. The mist around you begins to dissipate, revealing the dark halls of the manufactorum and leaving behind an oppressive sense of powerlessness. Abelard looks you over worried, then signs in cantankerous relief. That was a close call. For the sake of Holy Terra, if I had lost a second rogue trader in such a paltry span of time, my only option would have been to shoot myself out of unending shame. I sensed the presence of another psyker. Someone made contact with you mentally, then trying to harm you with sorcery. I did what I could. You at least appear unharmed. Can you remember what you saw? It was a Chaos Space Marine. One of the traitors of the Imperium? I don't think it was he who touched my mind. I wouldn't have had the strength to go up against a psyker from ranks of those monsters. He might have forced some mortal to do his bidding. Perhaps it was thought the same hapless medium. Maybe it was through the same hapless medium that he sensed the deaths of his henchmen. Such indescribable power to have reached out to your mind at such a distance. He said something about Theodora, about how the blood in my veins will lead me to serve chaos. Sister Argenta, who had been waiting all of this intently, grows pale and makes the sign of the Aquilia to ward off evil. Henrik stares at you, whether in surprise or anger, you do not know. Then he gives a curt nod. I see. He can theorize later. We can theorize later. Although I will say, Svinto, that his word do not leave much room for interpretation. The manufacturum around you looks the same as before the vision. Maybe the shadows have grown a little deeper and darker. You dust yourself off and continue on your journey through the darkness. The world industrial heart has fallen to corruption, but numerous faint vox signals from the periphery indicates that the planet's small manufacturing cluster survived without succumbing to the heretics. The sacred machines and the hallowed lattice from those abodes have been revertly transported to the safety of the ship's holds. The fate of Kiavagama hangs in the balance. Ancient machinery, ancient energy core. Purify and restore Kiavagama no matter the cost. Restore the manufacturer in the shortest possible time without subjecting the wounded planet to a merciless purge. Iconoclast. The blast furnaces are lit again. Machines once more fill the air with screeches and squeals, and mag trains of wagons stretch in lines from one workshop to the next. But the cogitators bin Harik shan't carry alarming rumors of malevolent and foul traces of corruptions still lurking in the deepest chambers of the manufactorum. Let's see here. Efficiency 1 plus steel and mechanisms. And this is a... yeah, it's still worse than the plasma we found. Blessed are the weaponsmiths. Plus steel and weapons. Calculating holiness. Profit factor down 1. Mechanism weapons plus steel. Affects the amount of profit factor produced by the colony at the speed of projects in the colony, increasing and decreasing them by 10% for each point. I don't know the use of that yet. The Hand of Xenocide. What the hell is that? Two-handed, like super weapon? Reject the flesh. It's a heretic weapon. Right. For generations, the Adeptus Mechanicus have been custodians of machinery and cognitator of Kiavagama. Recognizing the value of this tragedy-sickened world, they are willing to deploy a forged cathedral on it as a token of sympathy. Therein, the blessed fabricator Sensor Forton will envision and lay out a new and more perfect design for the planet. Reject the flesh. I don't know. We go restoration here, I think. Armored rage. Alright, at least we did something here. And colony management. They're not done, they're not done. They're not done. Not done. Okay. Well then, plus steel. We're actually well off here, so save the Eldari survivors, eh? Short new course. Visit. Let's check the planets. Oh. We need that. A 7. No joke. The Sentinel's pride hive are oozing noxious haze veined with sulfurous streaks. The promethium fumes from the gigantic distilling cauldrons located beyond the temperature shields. Vast, endless deadlands littered with spots of promethium stations and refineries separated the colossi of rockcrete and adamantine with its crown of gargantuan spires. The heat of this system's star has turned this world into a boiling but lucrative gland within the body of the House Shorda Protectorate. I thought this was my protectorate, but apparently not. It's hard to tell what's more impressive, the grotesque grandeur of this place or its extreme toxicity. So it belonged to someone else, some other rogue trader. Adamantine 2. That's very low. I don't wanna. How much adamantine do we have though? A 6. We have 20 plus steel. Weapons, Xenotech. Yeah, we have very little. I haven't found more than 2, I think. I don't know. We have a bunch of these, so we might need to invest a little bit in it. There we go, let's warp over here. The warp jump was unusually hectic. The recent attack of the scrap code disabled many of the sacred machines, whose malfunctioning algorithm shows no sign of failure until the vessel departed real space and surrendered itself to the Sea of Souls. Only the navigator's talent and the tireless vigil of the tech priest saved the void ship from ruin. The Immaterium releases us from its grip this time. A violent battle is unfolding before the rogue traders' eyes. Patrol ships from the Chorda fleet are tearing apart two small Aldori vessels. Once they are finished with them, the void ships give chase after the third, already damaged vessel, clearly with the intention of destroying it as well. Seeing the last ship's impending death, Irliet calls out to the Lord Captain, her voice trembling slightly. Only the rogue trader's intervention can save her kin from the massacre. Oh dear. I don't even know who started the war though. Dilemma. Do not interfere. We don't interfere. As if guided by the Emperor's hand, the void ship adorned with the Shorda's coat. Wait. As if guided by the Emperor's hand, the void ships adorned with the Shorda coat and of arms. Okay, coat of arms. Surround the Xenos. Deadly salvos erupt from their cannons and pulverize the tiny Aldari vessel into lifeless debris. A vigilant member of the Augur crew has detected a small Xenos vessel drifting through the void. The ship is unpowered and shows no sign of being crewed. Send out a boarding shuttle. The squad boarded the vessel without issue. Corrosion has laid waste to the ship's system, which led to the death of the entire crew. The interior is full of Eldari corpses. No weapons were found on board, and the dead Xenos, judging from their clothing, were not part of any warrior caste, merely the crew of the now defunct ship. The Xenos Irlet claims to have recognized the symbols on. The Xenos Irlet claims to have recognized the symbols of the dead Eldari's clothes. They were civilian refugees from the craft world Krudarak.